AC.
Well, we have it.
You would have like 10 of them plugged into your house. Focus, $1,000 light bill. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I tell you, when we bought this house, one nice thing, because we knew the people who had it, they fixed the yard up and they put solar.
Nice.
That's a beautiful thing.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, because my wife, she likes it cold.
Me too.
Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, even in the summer, man, she's got the AC cranked.
Yeah, put the sweater on, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Like where a leg falls out and you wake up, it's like, oh dang, it's numb.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's my lady. My lady's like 10 fans blowing on us while we're sleeping. I'm like, you know, trying to I bury myself under the blanket sometimes. Like, you want to play this?
Yeah,
Probably.
I have our AC set to 68 degrees all year round.
See, if it was my choice, I'd do the same thing, but no.
And then I
Wife
just bought.
and kid, and even Karen, all of them, just it has to be like in the late 70s and nothing below that.
Yeah.
Mid 70s and below that, no, it's too cold.
I got it at 68, and I just recently bought a fan so I could blow that on me at night, and it's right there, right next to my side of the bed. It's just blowing on me.
Doesn't dry you out or anything like that?
No.
That's what that does to me. I think that's why I have so much.
Like allergy problems and all that?
Dude, I wake up, my throat hurts and shit because I breathe in air all night, like straight up. Like I'm like, why? You know, like
No.
I don't know. I like
I
do
sleep,
that all the whole time. You know,
I sleep like a
mouth
baby
breathing.
when it's ice cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Whatever.
yeah, exactly. Right.
Anyways,
Back to more important things. So when you guys are looking for another guitar player, your videos, so you play with it's just a 6-string, if I remember correctly.
I switch off sometimes.
Okay. So if you play a 6-string, is it tuned to E or do you go down?
No, it's drop A.
Jeez. And if you play, what do you play? 7-string then?
I usually play a 7-string. Yeah.
And that's drop A too?
They're both drop A. Yeah.
Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Man, how thick are your strings? You got thick ones?
I like them pretty thick. Yeah.
That's what she said.
yeah.
I said that on purpose.
Okay. Let's put
Thicker's better.
Let's put
Hoping
that in the
somebody
next
would say
EP, dude. Let's put that in the next EP. That clip right there, dude.
Real girthy strings.
God.
So have you always played with them down to A? I mean, that's low.
Yeah.
And that's just what you do? That's what you like?
When I joined the band, that was my first question. I was like, all right, if I'm going to be playing with you guys, what tuning are we in? And they're like, drop A. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. All right.
So before that, you weren't necessarily playing in drop A?
No, before that, I did just my own stuff in B.
So that's just your regular 7-string, right? Or did...
I used a 6-string for that.
Oh, you tune your 6-string down?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then they said,
That's crazy.
They said it was going to be an A, and I was like, oh, I happen to have a 7-string, so I'm going to keep my 6-string in B just for me, and I'll play Out of Chaos stuff in A with my 7-string. But then once I started playing with Out of Chaos, I was like, I wonder what it would sound on my other guitar. Like, I wonder how it would sound. So I got my other guitar, tuned it down to A, and now I play with both of them.
And it's not, because to me it's too floppy. Like I've done B.
Well, you just got to
I
get your
couldn't-
guitar set up for that tuning.
Yeah.
And it's just not floppy?
No.
Yeah, I had no idea that guitar players had to do that until recently.
Yeah.
Brandon and Tito were talking about that, and they're like, you got to go get your guitar set up. Like, what? You can't string your own guitar? You know? And they're like, no, but I said that to Brandon, I believe. And he's like, no, you have to like get your guitar set up. And I was
To
like,
like just the bridges.
I
and all
had
kinds
no
of stuff on
fucking
it.
clue. I
Even
thought you
bass.
literally just put the strings on and you're good, you know?
Right?
No.
Like,
Turn the knob.
yeah, I didn't know. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, because if you don't get it set up, your guitar is going to sound like the bassist from Korn. Just like,
hey, I like that shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's that
for
good
them,
shit.
yeah. But like, you want to
I
hear
know,
that
I know. I just can't, you know?
Yeah.
Like I put because I want a 7-string. I've got an 8-string in there, but I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It was on sale. But so I tuned my 6-string down just for like a 7-string because I like it. It was just too floppy. So, but I didn't know. I don't know you had to change it. I'm just like, well, let's just tune it down.
Right.
And you're
That's me. That's what I thought you do.
Yeah.
Well, part of it too that we'll get rid of that if you don't already adjust things is if you do play with thicker strings. Like my bass for the last year and a half has been strung with the lower 4 strings on a 5-string set.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, okay.
Because, except drop A, I've always played bass in just standard E.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. It was the same set of strings I used just playing in that tuning before. But once I was in this band, this is all I played with, so I just kept it at A. And in the beginning, it was kind of floppy. But then once I restrung it to a thicker gauge string, that wasn't a problem anymore.
That's a super thick string.
Oh, very thick, yeah.
Hey, we'll whip someone with that.
That's what she said.
It's
I have a feeling this is not going to end.
Sorry, no, that'll be the last one. I had to get it. That's what she said.
Hey, if it's appropriate, why not?
appropriate.
So, do you play a 4-string or a 5-string?
4-string, actually.
Okay. Dang, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, good for you, though.
Yep, always have.
Well, exciting. So, how do you guys write your music? Do you just sit down and start tinkering around, or do you have like a?
We do mixture. We do a mixture.
Yeah.
Like we do. We'll sit at his house and write, but we'll like get riffs. Usually we'll play live and we'll get some cool riffs that we like and some cool parts. We're like, boom, record a video of that. All right, cool. And then he'll go home and record it onto a CD so we could hear it more clearly. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll start writing that way most of the time.
Mm-hmm. A few of them, he writes like he's has a riff in his head or something like that he thought about or something like that. So he'll write it down and then we'll add the drums to it and whatnot and base it off of that.
Okay.
100% never fails. It's always on my drive home from work.
Really?
It'll just come to me and I'll run into the house and my wife's like, "Oh, hey,
How's your day?
how was your day?" Yeah, and I'm like, "Hold on, I gotta go to the music room real quick. I'll be right back."
Don't talk to me.
And I just run up to the studio and just sit there and like record it real quick, because like 3 hours later, she's like, "Are you done?" She's like, "Are you gonna say goodnight to your son?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize I was in here for that long." But yeah,
That's what happens though.
yeah,
I guess.
What's that, tomorrow?
Like at the end of like at the end of a studio day. Like I don't know about you guys, but my brain as a drummer at least, my brain is mushed.
Yeah.
Playing drum and hearing just a click in my ear the whole like for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
I just like brain dead at the end of the day. I don't know.
yeah. How many
Recording
times?
things